What's up, everybody? Zorak47 here, and this is Osiris New Dawn. This is a very awesome survival, exploration, crafting, a whole bunch of stuff meshed into one, and it is an absolutely exquisite game. I recommend everybody should check it out. It's absolutely wonderful. As you can see up here in the top right, it is in early access. I think it recently went into full open beta, so it's a lot more complete than it was the first time I played it. I don't exactly remember when that was. It was a very long time ago, but we do have our avatar here that I created, but we're going to be restarting here. I did this just to get a feel for the game and how it handles, and it has a lot of very interesting aspects that we're going to be going over. But as for right now, we're going to be looking at our class. Now, the important thing about the classes and such is the four of them: scientist, ranger, marine, and engineer. You can see they have different points in those same skills: science, engineering, and combat. So you get more points as you play the game. However, this starting numbers make a huge difference in the technologies you immediately have available for you to toy with, to blueprints to build, things of that nature. So we're going to go with a ranger because it has a nice rounded 25 in each category. Plus it's got a bolt rifle here, which is kind of fun. Alright, now you get to customize your colors here. One of my personal favorites is just the dark red along with black, and then you go a dark purple for the accents and a bright green for the glow. To me, that just looks pretty cool. Now, that is up to whatever you want to do. This is what I'm going to go with, but whatever you feel like doing, it's completely customizable with all of the colors you have available to you here. You can make some pretty crazy combos if you want to. Now, this one is fun. You can adjust the size of pretty much everything. You can have tiny little feet, a really tall guy with a small head, or you can go vice versa, a really short guy with a huge head. That is all up to you. The only thing I personally am going to adjust is a few notches in the height, just to make them a little bigger, suited for space travel and such like that. Your stat points here, you start with, you get 10 right off the bat to put into these four categories however you see fit: speed, health, strength, and stamina. Excuse me. What I'm going to go with is I'm put 2 in each category and assign these last 2, 1 in health and 1 in stamina. Stamina is basically your endurance, how long you can sprint for, and health is, well, health. Always important in any survival scenario. Now here is where those skill points come into handy. We have 25 in each tree here, and you can see the 3 trees branching off. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these points into these trees, and each one, like this, takes 3 engineering points. This one takes 6 engineering points, so you can see how it branches off and goes through. So you can see how you would have an advantage if you went with a marine with those 45 combat points. You could put all 45 of those points down here into the combat tree for weapons and the like. But we're going to start with our engineering here. We're going to take a chisel, a depository, which is just storage bins. We are going to take a shovel because that will allow us to make glass from dirt. And we're going to take a glass container because that allows us to carry liquids, such as the wonderful life-saving water. Over here is the science tree, and we're going to take this first one, obviously, which is flares. This one down here, we're going to take battery, because that will allow us to branch off later for laser cells, which are immensely useful. We're going to take the forging, as well as small solar panel and mapping. Mapping's always nice because this little mapping device is going to help us find resources, materials, and quite possibly things that may want to make us their lunch, breakfast, and or dinner, and just totally eat our face. And I'm not looking forward to that. But down here we have the combat tree. Same type of deal. This first one is going to be a stone axe. We're going to take that, as well as a shard blade. And my primary goal here is just to go down until we get to pistol and take that, at which point I zoom up to the other side and we're going to take the furnace here. And as you can see, that will leave us with 1 point in every category. Not a huge deal. Like I said, it won't take very long and we'll start getting more points in these, which is a very nice thing that you get them in game. And our name is quite obviously going to be Zorak, but not all weird and capped like that. We're gonna do it like that, all normal like and stuff. All right. And this is just the universe customization, as you can see right there. Name Osiris, that's fine. This is mostly for online stuff right here. You have your mode and your region. Whereas I'm just doing a solo game, I'm just gonna go with normal right here. Best experience for survivors who want a reasonable challenge. As you can see, easy, extreme, creative, and custom. I'm gonna just stick it on normal, and we are gonna jump right into our world here. Now this loading screen does take a little bit as it boots up the entire universe. So I will be right back with a little editing magic here. Okay, so now the game is pretty much loaded. First thing off the bat that is going to happen is we are going to be dying. Yep, immediately. That's how it works. So to the right we have suit tape, which we are immediately going to use to patch our suit to keep our oxygen from leaving. And we're going to pick up the medical bandages right next to us to heal ourselves a little bit. At which point we're going to attempt to escape our pod here, which is going to be jammed, of course. Alright, after a little interruption there. So we switch to our chisel, and that we just beat this door open with. And boom, nope, but maybe, there we go. Then, at which point we can exit our little pod here. Now, you in multiplayer, or if you, I honestly don't know, I'm pretty sure you're all going to spawn in this same little thing in the beginning. As you can see, it's a 4-person seater. We're just going around getting up all of this space debris. It's going to be a very useful material later, as well as one of our missions on the left side of the screen is to gather 20 space debris. So we're just going to get started on that right here. We're going to go also pick up all of the miscellaneous little things we have lying around here, like bandages, as well as a glass container. Usually, at least beforehand, I had a lot more... Where's my chisel? There it is. I had a lot more materials just sitting around here for me to take. But that... Nope. Here we go. Looks like they're over on this side. Some meat stew, oxygen tanks, a whole bunch of bandages, which are all good things. Some more meat stew. I keep picking this. And a med kit. Definitely gonna want that. Pick it up. Come on. As well as another med kit and meat stew. And I don't really see... Oh, there's something down here. Oh, what in the hell? Okay, looks like nature has already found us. Good thing I have a gun. That's tape. That is duct tape. Gun is what? 4? Nope, 5. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Well, we're off to a great start here. I really don't know where that thing came from. I didn't see anything coming up on me. But alas, here we are, raided, and we get a crab leg. I do love me some crab legs. Well, that was a way quicker intro to the combat than I was planning on, but there you go. Combat fairly simple here. as one can imagine. Not huge, not the primary focus, but still a very important aspect. Oh god. We got our little guy here, our Osiris mission personal assistant, and I'm gonna have him follow us for right now because we are not gonna be coming back here. So while he's following us, I am gonna move my inventory around a little bit because I want my gun as number 1, bandages can wait, a suit repair should stay on, and chisel is gonna be number 2. Alright, I'm also going to move my bolt rifle down here to number 6, and we're actually gonna move all of these over 1, so there we go. This is our strange little scanner thing. As one of the skills we got, unlocked this for that mapping. As you can kind of make out in the top right corner of this, those little blue circles, those are all ore deposits. So this is kind of how we find those. It gives us our exact location. Not 100% useful beyond that. But our bolt rifle here, which is nice, a fairly strong weapon, especially for being this early on in the game. We have our chisel, because we still need a couple more space debris here. And there we go. Now, I'm going to keep collecting some of the space debris, just because, as I said, it's a useful early game resource. I want this one down here. A useful early game resource. Also with V, as I'm sure it may be known, you can switch to third person and just go about life as that. We also have jet boots, which, come on, jet boots, awesome, right? We can take these. Oh, alright. So those jet boots were how I was evading that creature earlier. As it came at me, I just jet up and hover over it. A very useful thing to get used to. You can also kind of, with shift, you can haul some serious ass through the desert here. Some of these things come with little extra components, like the wires I just got. Holy hell. Alright, well, that's new. That has never happened before. Let's go check one of these things out. If it's anything useful. I highly doubt it. Actually, I'm seeing some materials over here. I'm seeing a good chunk of useful materials. Looks like we got a bunch of iron, magnesium, a whole bunch of magnesium. Ooh, and some aluminum. Yeah, I'd say that would be worth the trip over here. Most definitely. Alright, so our primary objective right now is to head over to the Proteus 2 continent, and that's where we're going to be headed. Alright, so we have not gone too horribly far here. As you can see, we landed over there. That's where we started. This one, I went far enough, it flagged me as finding the Proteus 2 continent, which is this whole area over here. So I just ran up onto here, and I think we're going to set up our base in this little plateau right here. It just seems like a nice place to set up camp. You're also constantly going to want to be watching behind you. Things have a horrible habit of sneaking up on you in this game. They make little to no sound, and they come up on you, and it's 100% terrifying. So, we are going to, since we're here, we're just going to open our build menu, which is actually F2 in this strange world. And nope, that was 100% wrong. It is F3. Or you can just hit Tab, which will open up this radial, and you can select Inventory, Guide, Skills, Options, Missions, Build, Craft, and it has F3 next to it. See, as I already screwed that up immediately. But We're going to go ahead, open up our build menu here, a structure, and we're going to start with a debris hut, which just uses some tape and space debris. We're going to get a little hut here. No, we just need it even on the ground. So there it is, even, and we can just turn it with our mouse buttons, left and right, turn it, and confirm build is F. Now, the building in this game is a little strange. It's something I have never really seen before. So, as you place it with F, it brings up this menu. Hold it for the entire time, and it'll build it at 100% health. If at whatever point you release the button, that is the amount of health that your building will start with. So if you just click, your building's only going to have about 10% health. Or less, 1 maybe. It's a very interesting system. Takes a bit of getting used to, but it is very nice. Now this is going to function as our save point. As we go back here, we're just going to save right now, just because I anticipate it will not be going our way this entire time. We're probably going to run into a little bit of trouble. Just considering I already had a crab sneak up on me. You're real close. You are real close. You can just go ahead and stay here. This is going to act as our base, so you can kind of roam around. At some point, he is going to run out of batteries, and he'll just fall over, pretty much. Which is part of why I chose batteries in our skill tree, because we can craft those once we gather the materials, and we can repair him and keep him up and running. Now, with that, we have our little hut here. The next thing we are going to want to build is a furnace. It's going to be under utility, and it is the first one right here. And that is also one of the skill things you will need to choose. Now, would you stop running into me? Jesus. Alright, now with the skills, I'm going to go ahead and just put it right there. Boom. Now, the strange thing with the skills, just check around, make sure nothing's coming up behind me. I don't remember what the skills are. F5. Now, if you don't have the furnace unlocked, as we unlocked it right here, over here we have 6 points open. You gain points from doing things in the respective fields, like you'll gain combat efficiency from combat engineering from mining and like collecting materials, and science from crafting and doing neat sciencey things. So, that being said, we already have furnace unlocked, and we have one here. Now the furnace, we can go ahead and it gives us our ingots for crafting materials. And the interesting part about this is you don't need to move your material into the furnace. And we actually don't have a lot of material to work with, so we are going to head out. Let me take a look. There looks like there is stuff all around us. Looks like we should have something. Yeah, we have materials everywhere. Looks like there should be something over here. So if we head out, yep, there's one right there. Keep an eye, always look around. As I said, things sneak up on you, and it's rather startling. There's no noise, nothing. All of a sudden, you just get attacked from the back, and you wet yourself a little bit, and you don't feel great about your life. That is pretty much just how that works. So right here, I don't know what we have. We're gonna bang on, and we got aluminum. Just keep hitting it with the chisel. Notice things have a habit of, oh God, just like that, Jesus. I'm not fighting on the hillside here, so we're gonna move around, run up over here, get our gun, and it was a parasite. I just saw it. Where'd it go? It kind of looks should be right over this little ledge. There it is. Boom, got it. As I was saying, things really like to interrupt you as you're mining. We got another one up here. Catching glimpses of him. There he is. They really like to get you as you're mining, as you're distracted. Things will come up behind you. And yeah, it's a little terrifying. Where is he? Come on. Are you coming at me? I want you to come towards me. I don't know where you are. I can't see you. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. I think he went down here. Where are you, you stupid little parasite? See, but of course now he's not going to attack me because he knows I'm looking for him. But I almost guarantee as soon as I stop and try to do something, I'm going to get hit again. But I am not seeing him. I lost him entirely. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to mining a little bit, and we are almost guaranteed to get hit with some again, because that's how this game works. It's a little unsettling. Almost every time. Like, you mine something out, you gotta like jump and turn around and, you know, just hope you're gonna live. Maybe not every time. I'd say realistically, probably 3 out of 4 times you're alright to get your mining done without a problem. But that 4th time totally skews the curve, and it makes you all paranoid and stuff. Stuff's gonna come up behind you and get you, because it 100% will. And the parasites aren't horrible. It's when it's something bigger comes up behind you and you turn around and there's a giant monster right there. It is very, very unsettling. Okay, but now we have our materials for our forge, and as I was saying before, you don't have to put the materials into the forge. Like, we got a bunch of iron right here, and it's going to take, what, 3 iron to make 1 iron ingot. So what you can do is just click on the iron ingot. It takes that 3 immediately out of your inventory, and it starts to craft. And boom, 1 iron right there. Shift click will move the entire stack over to your inventory, which took me a while to figure out. There is a take all button down here, but for general storage purposes, shift click will transfer all of it. Now, iron is going to be very useful, so we're going to hit this button right here, and this is craft all. So once we hit that, it's going to take as much as possible out of our inventory and start crafting those 13 iron ingots. We're going to do the same thing with the aluminum right here, as well as the plutonium, because there's 3 slots here, so I might as well build 3 ingots at a time. And now the night is descending upon the land. This is where things get a little hairy. Most survival games have this same aspect, where once the sun goes down, things start to get a little more interesting. And yes, we do have a flashlight we can toggle with L. However, personally, I find that flashlight to be fairly creepy, because it's just that bright ass circle right in front of you, straight up like at an Alien or some crap. Which, speaking of Alien, this freaking mapping thing, I always expect to just have like a bleep on it and see it moving towards me just like Alien does, which would be 100% terrifying. I assure you, if I ever see that, I'm gonna panic. I'm gonna panic real hard. We're gonna turn off that light, because for most of this you can see fairly decently without it on. Now, the important part here is once night falls, you're not going to want to stray too far from your camp, which is this little thing right here. You're also going to want to keep a close eye out on anything that you might see moving. Just focus hard. And our forging should probably be done. It is, so we're going to take all of these. And that should give us enough to build our next thing. Important to note, I am fairly 100% certain while you're in a menu like this, the world does not pause. That being said, I'm pretty sure pausing also does not stop the world, as this guy keeps moving in the background. So this is one of those full non-stopping worlds. If you stop and you pause and you walk away, you could be dead when you come back. Same thing to keep in mind while you're trying to build. The entire time you're in this menu, the world is moving and things could be coming to get you. But we're going to build a depository, which is basically a giant ass storage bin. We're going to curve it over here. We're going to place it right there. We're going to go ahead and build that. Oop. Shazam! And now we have somewhere to store some of these materials, of which we're going to store the water, the stew, the oxygen, we'll put the crab leg in there, some rubber, steel, space debris as well as these wires, a flare, the rest of these ingots, and the med kit. We're going to hold on to the bandages just in case something happens and we need to heal ourselves. Ow! Oh, what in the shit? Ferocious arachnoid? Alright, this is the kind of crap I'm talking about. Where is my bolt? Boom! See? Oh god, stop it! Oh shit balls, did you just die? Alright, okay. So, okay, my blood pressure is up. I'm a little, on edge now. But that is exactly, oh god, that thing's ugly as shit. Oh god. Just stop doing that. I'm going back over here. But that is exactly what I was talking about. I'm just sitting here messing with my inventory, pop out, giant monster trying to kill me. 100% terrifying. Okay. I guess we're gonna shoot. Oh god, that'll get your heart going. That'll get your heart going real good. And that is why you gotta keep an eye out at night. Because I should have seen that thing coming. It looks like it came right over the hill over there. And it even hurt our depository. Damn. Alright, well I can show you the very, very interesting healing mechanic here. Or repair mechanic. We have our multi-tool. And we can repair things. So to repair, you're going to do G, advanced repair for it. Now this is where it gets interesting. The repair is you hold and you release, and wherever it lands is how much it repairs by. So obviously you want to try to hit the times 10. However, any of these are an increase, so usually, or you could hit something like that and it won't repair at all. Really? Again, the exact same one? So come on. Repair mechanic is very interesting. Repair times 1. Not a lot, but as you continue to do it, repair times 6. It does stack, and it's a very interesting mechanic that I've never seen before. But I do think it is a very cool way to go about repairing things. It also makes you stress out a little bit, as everything is could be coming to get you while you're trying to take the time to repair these things. Nothing happens on its own. It's very interesting. And with that is all the time we have in this episode. Again, this is Osiris New Dawn. Still alpha release, or I guess it's in beta right now. Maybe, I'm honestly not 100% sure. Head on over to Steam, check it out. Fun game, great. I believe it does have multiplayer aspect, great with friends or solo, as I'm doing here. And while we're at it, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this sort of thing. I imagine I'm going to get terrified playing this a couple more times as giant crab things try to eat my brain. But like, comment, subscribe, head on over, check me out on Facebook and Twitter, Zorak47, for all the updates on new content and what I might be up to, as well as for one of the first places to get the new links to videos. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.